And now we are good to go. Welcome out to the Market Watch group. Trading Foundations, Market Watch Foundations. This is a working session all this month. And we're coming up on June. Glenn will be with us on Thursday. If you liked Glenn, he's got, I am not certain what the presentation is on. I said, make sure it's amazing. He said, okay. So I will be there though. I'll be hanging out. I get to be a watcher. It's a lot of fun. Make some comments, maybe ask some questions. I'm excited about that. So that will be on Thursday. And then in June, we got to start over. I'm not sure what we're going to do, to be honest. We'll see. But today, for today's working session, searching. And I said sector searching. I really should have just said searching because, yeah, maybe we'll search by sector, maybe not. But we're going to go in. I'm going to show you a few things. I'm glad, Tracy, that you're here because I'd like to show you guys some improvements recently, some improvements made in the Discord environment, including our baseline search. So let's just dive in. I am Scott. I will be your host. As I said, most of the time it's me, but Glenn is my cohort, and we'll be filling in various webinars. And if I'm ever out of pocket, I don't expect it until the end of the year, but at the end of the year, I'm taking a couple weeks to go to the UK to celebrate my son graduating from college. Whoop, whoop. Celebrate the end of a college bill. That's what I'm celebrating. Okay, sector searching in general. Let's go into it. Here's the disclaimers. As always, we're not advisors. We're not brokers. We don't give advice. We don't give guidance. We're here to learn together. I'm learning. I'm a student of the market. We're here to validate, to support, to create a consistent process that enables us to improve. That's it. That's what we're doing here. Here's the agenda. FinViz. I didn't put it in. But the second thing we're going to do, we're going to play with AI. We're going to test it out. And we're going to see how it does comparatively. I've got my ChatGPT 40. I don't know if that's 40 or 40. That's like the newest and most advanced model. Of course, the newest and most advanced model. But we're going to start. We're going to start here. Okay, now this is just the FinViz screener, which is what? A nice screening tool. It looks like any other screening tool. So if you have one that you like, Business Week has one, CNBC has one, Bloomberg has one, CharlesSchwab.com has one, Fidelity.com has one. Everyone has some variation of a screener like this. I've used FinViz for just a very long time, so it's easy. What I'm looking for, I can find very quickly, and then I do the rest of the work myself. My objective when I'm searching is not, I'm going to find the best stock out there. I don't believe there is a best stock out there. I'm going to go find all the stocks that I would be interested in potentially trading out of the sectors that I think are leading or demonstrating the characteristics I'm interested in. I'm bullish. I'm a 5. I'm bullish. Therefore, I want to trade bullishly in bullish stocks in leading sectors. Great. Who are the leading sectors? Well, that's what we do every week in sector rotation. And we know right now that technology is leading again. Took a little break, but leading again. Communication services leading again. Industrials and financials both are strong and have been. Those are two that I have said have been two of the strongest that I've traded in since November. So those 4 are great. Consumer discretionary has fallen off a little bit. And we've actually seen a little surge in consumer staples. So that might be something we say, you know what? if I'm going to do anything in consumer, I'm going to do staples because it has just a little bit of a defensive element to it. Great, that makes sense. We should do that. We should definitely do that. But what we're trying to do is make sure that we have a representation of everything that is something we would consider trading. What else do I consider? I want it to have money flow, first of all. Follow the money. Where are the institutions putting their money? When the institutions go into a sector, it could take them 6 months to ultimately get the position that they want. So if you're like, oh, it's already been moving for 2 is nothing. It could go for 6, no problem. No problem, 6 months. And even then, it might go through like a 10% correction, which we've seen some of that already. And then boom, it starts going again. Institutions take a long time. They've got a lot of cash even still that they're sitting on, right? So yeah, where is the institutional money going? Now, I care about volume because I'm going to trade options. Because I'm going to trade options, I look for like the most liquid, 2 million a day or more. If I wasn't trading options, if I was only trading stock, I really wouldn't care that much. 500,000? I don't want wide spreads, but these days, if it trades at least like a couple 100,000 shares a day, it's not like you're going to get stuck. Oh, if it doesn't have liquidity, you'll get stuck. Yeah, if it trades like 100 shares a day, maybe you get stuck. That's not really that big of a risk. It's just a matter of efficient markets, right? I want to do business where it's efficient and I don't pay much in spreads. I can set stops and know I'm going to get filled quickly. That's more important than anything when it comes to options. People will say there's like 3,500 companies that trade options in any given day. True. Or at any given time. But I would say only about 10 to 15% of those would I be willing to trade. The rest of them are garbage. What does that mean? It means that there's only like 50, 100 contracts open interest. That means that there's only one market maker. You're going to have terrible execution, really wide spreads. Your stop orders will never work right. Like we're not interested, right? So I'm only interested in the absolute most liquid. Boom, end of story. So when I run this search, I'm going to put average volume of 2 million. Now here's the thing. I don't know who Tracy is, but they left without ever saying a word. Maybe they're not in the group, but somehow found their way in. They were about to learn the secret of the stock market and they dropped out. Amazing. Now, if you go here to the resources, and you'll notice we have the content library. So if you want to go see videos, Lee, they're in there. If you want to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and know when all the new videos post, it's in there. If you want to download, or if you want to go to the major market, it's there. Sector rotation, it's there. So the links that we use to do these analyses are here. Finviz screener. This is our basic bullish search. So if I click this, it's going to run this search. Bing. And what do I have? I have 327 companies that are over $10 a share, over 2 million shares a day, optionable and shortable, above the 50-day moving average, and above the 200-day moving average. Those are also, that link is there. If you want to just start with this search that we just did, you just click that, boom, it starts you there. And this says there's 327 stocks. Okay. Now, 327, that's too many to look through. Even though we have them you can see we have them sorted by the best. Novavax, huge spike up. I believe this is when they announced like a COVID/flu combo. I believe that's what this is, and you can see it's just taken off since then. Let me go back to my chat. I hear someone talking, typing. Did we lose our newbie? Yeah, I think they dropped. They couldn't handle the smoke. I'm just kidding. Look at GME. Spiked up, spiked back down. Some of these are still going. Okay, but still 327? I don't want to look through that many. What are we going to do now? Let's pick a sector. So we said industrials was one that we thought about. And you can see I've got 20 stocks. 20 stocks that meet all of my criteria. This Zim integrating shipping is strong. I mean, it's a little overextended right now. VRT, is that on our list? Let me see what's on our list. VRT we already have. I thought that was financials. That's industrials. That was my bad. Let's see. So Zim is a high flyer. Bloom Energy. I like this Zim. Freight and logistics. Shipping. ERJ, Aerospace and Defense out of Brazil. That's a nice, strong stock. 3M. 3M looks pretty strong. JCI. We have RTX. JCI looks pretty good. I'm going to put on a few of these here. Yeah. Let's do this. Tell me if you guys think I'm up in the night. I'm going to put Zim. That's just kind of a high, like a momentum stock. I like that better than BE. That's just my personal preference. We have VRT. I like ERJ and 3M. Those both look pretty strong right there, right? ERJ and MMM. We have RTX. I think you could argue for Eaton. GE, we have CNM. Core and Main. I thought that was, I got confused. I thought that was financials. That's industrials. Industrials. Got those two. Delta we've got. Yeah, okay. That's three good. Okay, I think that's good. What did we just add? 3 or 4? That's worth it. Now, let's do this. Let's ask. This is where it's experimental. There's a couple of us here. Yeah. And I'm going to update the watch list so that the link is valid. So if you want to have like the most recent, that'll be today. That'll be available. Help me find stocks in the industrials sector that are considered high liquidity. High liquidity. Did I not spell that right? That are considered high liquidity. Minimum 2 million average trading volume, but also have liquid options. We'll leave that open for now. I would only like to see stocks that are above both. If this works, I'm going to build some of these prompts and just put them out there so people can just copy and paste them into the ChatGPT. I would only like to see stocks that are above both the 50-day EMA and the 200-day EMA. What stocks meet these criteria right now? Okay, ChatGPT, let's see how you do. NVIDIA, Tesla, First Solar, NVDA. So far, ChatGPT is not measuring up. I'm sorry, ChatGPT, you just didn't measure up. Is technology, not industrials. This is why I tell people, look, ChatGPT is pretty good, but it's Union Pacific, Boeing, Caterpillar. Okay, I don't like Boeing. Can you give me a list of 10? All right, so we like 3 of those. I don't know. Let's see. While it's doing the research, let's see. UNP is new. Let's see if we like UNP. UNP. Boo. I have real time. That's got to be below both of those. Let's see. UNP is below both of the specified MAs. Come on, ChatGPT. We like Delta. Let's check the rest of these, see if it gave us anything new. Caterpillar. I don't like Boeing. Cummins, Ingersoll Rand. All right. How do you guys think it's doing? Let's check this list. Let's say this is all I had to work with. I said, you know what? I'm not really good at searching. I don't know what to look for. Although we did have to give it some pretty specific characteristics, right? Caterpillar, I like. Boeing is on our list, but I'm not a fan. It is below. I do like GE Aerospace. Cummins is one I've traded before. But that just broke back below. I'm not a fan of that right now. I would not put that on my list now. Ingersoll Rand. I like that. That's a good one. I would say that that's a valid opportunity. Fastenal is definitely one we've traded before. Looks terrible right now. So you can see that it's far from infallible. Far from infallible. Huh? People are like, oh, ChatGPT will just trade for you. It won't. That's just not true. It cannot trade for you. AI can definitely help us to understand trading, to make less mistakes. There's a lot of things it can help us do. It'll never trade for us. Right? And this is why. Look at that. It's not even close. What else? Old Dominion. Are any of these going to be added to the list? ODFL. I do think that I would maybe add Ingersoll Rand. That was a good one. IR. ODFL looks terrible. Terrible. We'll never trade that right now, right? I have no interest in watching that. Rockwell Automation is definitely one I've traded before, not one I'm interested in now. Delta's already on our list. United Rentals. It's pretty iffy. These stocks are recognized for the liquidity market performance. Yeah, no. I mean, they're off. Right, Stephen? And I'm supposed to have real time. Let's challenge ChatGPT. More, let's see. Nope. At least a few of these are below their 50-day EMAs. Are you checking real-time data right now? What type of trading strategy would you recommend a newbie to start paper trading with? I would say buying stock, right? It's slow, but it gives you great practice. And then buying calls as you transition into the world of leverage and options, buying calls. Right now, it's not, I mean, buying calls is easier. It's the first building block. But I would say that implied volatility is low, so buying options is an advantage right now. So those are the two. Let's see. Look at that. It says they're above it. BA is below. CMI is below. ODFL is below. FAST is below. Okay. Gave us some different ones. Lockheed. So look at that. Now we're more defensive. Honeywell, RTX, Lockheed, Northrop Grumman. Those are all going to be very similar. Parker Hannifin, 3M, Honeywell, very, very. So there you go. But it fixed it. However, we like Lee just said, it will never take the place of the human mind. It's a great tool, but we had to challenge it and say, wait a second. If I didn't have a chart to verify that, now it did do the job once I challenged it. Well, let's see if it did. Okay, so we made a challenge. Caterpillar. I'm going to say yes. It's close enough. It's only 1 day below, so I'm okay with that. Honeywell. It's today technically finished above and it's been above. I'm going to say yes there. That's a yes. RTX. That's a yes. JCI. JCI looks fantastic. That's above. MMM above, looking strong. Did we add that one? I think we did, right? I think we did. Yes, we did. Okay. PH, Parker Hannifin. PH. Whoops, sorry, ChatGPT, I didn't mean that. PH. Ooh, close but not. Close but not. What else? Emerson. EMR. Above. LMT. Above but barely. NOC. No. All right. I mean, that's better. I think we did a better job. Our search is better. We run it regularly. Is there a cheat here? I would say for us, no. Maybe a new trader might be able to come in and say, I don't know how to run a search. Help me find, 25 candidates to keep on a watch list. And tell me why you recommended each one. I'm going to try that. I am new to trading and don't know how to search. Help me build a watch list with 25 stocks. Great for trading. Please give me the reason why each stock was chosen. I need to get one of those programs where I can just say it and it's just like, boom, one prompt. So I'll tell you this. I mean, you know, it's such a useful aid to help learn new things. It's like, what do we have? Apple, I agree. Microsoft, yes. Amazon, yes, yes. Yes, so far to all of these. I can care less about Boeing, Caterpillar, Honeywell, JCI is good. I mean, a lot of these we just asked for. So they're like, hey, we like, right? So you'll notice that ChatGPT was influenced towards industrials. I am hoping the 25 is a good balance of stocks from the major sectors. Can you try again with that goal in mind? Right? There was no financials. There was no consumer. So Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, good, okay. Consumer discretionary, we got some good ones there. Staples, Procter & Gamble, Coke, nice. Financials, good. Healthcare, we got some good ones. Industrials, Boeing, Caterpillar, Honeywell, Union Pacific. Utilities, real estate. Yeah, that's strong, right? So if you're brand new, that's a great starting point. Brand new, great starting point. You could ask for more. But I think once you start to get into specificity like us, you will outperform with what we're like us building based on momentum and options. You can see that we would really have to just keep asking questions. And maybe we'd get it there, and then maybe we could use that as a starting point. But I honestly feel like, why would I want to cheat on a mechanism that not only helps me find good opportunities and understand them better, but it also helps me to validate my perspective on the market. If I'm like, hey, I'm so bullish, well, then when I run searches, I should find bullish stocks. If I go run searches and I'm not finding anything bullish, either A, I'm running a bad search, or B, I'm bullish when I shouldn't be, and I need to reevaluate my premise. Yeah, this was interesting. What do you guys think? Getting help with a watch list. I mean, that's a good starting point. I might even want to go to like, you know, to 50. Make sure, you know, I think you could get a one paragraph prompt that you then weed out a few things. I don't know. That was interesting. If I was doing something that's with beginners, I would definitely say, you know what? Don't bother with searching yet. Get a nice base, however many stocks you want. How long would it take me to review this list each day? I'm going to say 15 minutes. We'll see what ChatGPT says. Overall market, 10 to 15. Review individual stocks, 2 to 3. Alerts, okay, they say 1 to 1.5 hours. I think that's way, I mean, that's just, I think that's slow. I think 1 to 1.5 hours for 100 stocks. But this gives you an idea of what, okay, great. All right, let's go back to our search, our screen. Where did I put it? Oh no, that's not where it is. Here we go. Financials. Now, here's an interesting one. We didn't need to do it on the other one, but on financials, I want you to notice there's 117, but there's not really. And you're thinking, what do you mean? It says 117. So of course there is. There's not, and here's what I mean. If you look, this includes exchange traded funds. The way that this search works, exchange traded funds, any ETF, is labeled as a financial stock. So an oil ETF, because it's an ETF, is labeled a financial stock. It's not, it's an oil stock. But if you look at exchange traded funds, out of 117, 78. That means there's only 30 actual financial. This is semiconductors, 3 times bull. This is NVIDIA, 2 times bull. This is technology. This is China, silver, ultra short QQQ. Lee says, I think you can use AI to search, then use my brain to determine. I agree. Put it on a watch list. What do you see? SME or SMH, semiconductors. So you can see these aren't financial. These are all kinds of different things, mostly technology oriented. So if I come in here, I can go stocks only. 39. There are 39 actual. This is Robinhood. This is a financial stock. UBS, a Swiss bank, financial stock. Rocket Mortgage, stock. These are all stocks, right? But there's still 39. So what am I going to do? One at a time. Starting here. I'm going to skip the first two. And I'm going to go one group. Remember that we're starting at the sector level, 10 broad sectors. Then within each sector, there are groups that you can see here. These are the various subcomponents because in technology, software and computers are 2 different things, but they're all in the same sector. Asset management. I have 7 stocks that look viable. We already have CRBG. The question is, are there any others? Right? You can see this one's kind of sideways. Ares Capital Corp. I mean, you know, these look okay. If you felt like, yeah, I want one more. I think CRBG is the strongest. If I were to add one, I would probably say, I don't know. This thing's up about 50%. This one's not, only up about 15. I'd say one of these two. I think it's fine what I have for now. Let's keep going. Banks diversified. 9. Okay. What do we have? We have BAC. I don't like UBS. It's choppy, sideways. I don't like ING. Barclays, that's not bad. A little overbought. We have WFC, we have BAC, we have Citigroup. Barclays. Yeah, let's put it on. To celebrate the UK, where I will be traveling later this year. Barclays, BCS. Okay, what's next? Next group, regional banks. 9 of those. Sideways. FHN is not bad. I don't like this. Sideways. A lot of sideways in here. And the options aren't going to be good enough for me. I'm going to skip it. I like what I have. I don't need everything. Capital markets. Goldman's pretty strong. Morgan's pretty strong. Did we have it? Do we have it? We don't have either one of those. Morgan or Goldman? I'm going to put Morgan on the list. MS. The watch list is expanding. Why? Because we're bullish. Closed-end funds. Debt. Nothing in there. Equity. Nothing in there. Foreign. I don't know what those are. Credit. OBDC, AXP, SYF. We have AXP. Oh, this SYF looks a little interesting. I think I'm good. I like SYF. I like what as it is. That is credit services, exchange traded fund. Oh no, we already did this. Sorry. Conglomerates, nothing. Data and stock exchanges, Coinbase. Not that interesting. Insurance. Nothing there. Diversified. AIG's already on our list. EQH. It's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Yeah, why not? I'll put it on. EQH. Why not? Life insurance. Aflac, MFC. We used to trade and watch this. MFC looks pretty good. Overbought right now, but on a pullback, I would consider that potential. Property and casualty, no. Reinsurance, no. Specialty, no. Mortgages. Rocket, no. Shell companies, no. Okay. Okay. We've been playing around. Started 5 minutes late. We've done 2 sectors. We've added probably 4 to 6 for each one. Strong stocks. Searching should never stress you out. Should never be hard. I like AI as a starting point. I agree that AI can only carry us so far. It's always going to be up to us to carry the ball across the line, get the last things in place. Right? Okay, so let's do one more test just for fun, okay? I'm going to go now to consumer defensive. There's only 13. So all but one fit, okay? I'm going to minimize this a little bit. And one more time. One more time. Okay. And I'm going to take a screenshot. This is our last fun experiment with AI before we call it a night. And I'm going to come in here and go to, the ways you can kill time with AI. And let's take a picture. Cut. New. Save. All right. Here's the question we are going to put to ChatGPT. What do we want from it? Do we want the best 3, the best 5 of these 13? 4. Let's go 4, right? The top 4. Okay? This is going to be posted in the resources. What's that? The search link. Now I'm going to come in here and I am going to, yes, I'm going to ask for 4. Okay? 4 of these. Download. That is an image of the search results page. After a search, I built on the consumer staples sector. Help me choose the 4 best stocks based completely from technical strength. Please provide your rationale for each selection. Ready, set, run. Okay. There's our 12. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about these 4 or these companies. Okay. Let me move this over. Let me get back. And let's see if we decide we agree. Where's the search results? There it is. Super fascinating, right? Number 1, Hims and Hers Health, right up here. Rationale, above 50 and 200, strong upward momentum. Recent breakout, stock shows an upward move, breaking previous resistance levels with significant volume, suggesting strong buying interest. Volume spike. Okay, that's valid. I agree that that's a strong one. I found myself drawn to Bud a little bit on this higher high and pullback. CL looked good right here, very strong. So I would say my top 4 would be CL, Hims, Bud, and I'd probably say Kellogg or Coke. I don't know. They're very similar, you can see. Let's say I'd say maybe Coke because of the options. Okay, so ChatGPT says you tried it already. Ah, okay. So we ran a basic, and now we're saying instead of you having to choose from this list of 12, will ChatGPT narrow it down? HMS, I agree. HSY, I disagree. Let's listen to their logic. Uptrend continuation, it does have a strong an uptrend, but I wouldn't say a strong uptrend. I disagree with that. the price is above the 50-day, which is a dynamic support level. That could be true. Relative strength. Yeah, so I'm hit or miss on Hershey. Philip Morris, PM. I don't like PM either. And lastly, Colgate. I would say 100% Colgate. So when I walk away from this list, I'm going to add Hims. I'm going to add Colgate, and I'm going to add Coca-Cola. Those three. If I had to make it a fourth, I'd say Bud, but I'm fine with three. So yeah, in this case, I agree. Lee didn't really help. We ran the search, and then we picked the final three. I'm going to add those to our list. Some people are going to be a little behind us for a while because they didn't participate, but that's why you got to come. HIMS. I'm a little worried about the options in HIMS. I think we've looked at it before, but what the hell? It's always worth a look. Colgate, Coke, both strong. You could add one more if you wanted, but I think those two plus Hims for momentum, valid. Boom, look at that. Now we've gotten three sectors. Searching should be easy. We don't really need it. We don't really need AI. It didn't help. AI could start you off in the beginning and give you validation that you're on the right track with the watch lists, but I don't think it could do more than that. I think that the way that we build a watch list is fast. We can get in, find all the leaders that have the liquidity, that have the baseline requirements we're interested in. Then we put them on the list. We watch them for a little bit, try them on, see how they feel, see how they look in the mirror. Make sure that the liquidity is good from the options. If any of that falls apart, it gets bounced, and then eventually we have a couple extra stocks over and over. That's what we're trying to do. That's it. That is searching. And you can see that at any given time, I feel like, man, our watch list is full. Chock full of strength. That's all it needs to be. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, do not attempt to remove a fly from your friend's forehead with an axe. Which is, to me, says, make sure you're using the right tool for the right job. And there's no need to overdo it. All right. Well, look, tomorrow, I saw your comment about being late. I believe I did see an email, Stephen. I haven't gone through in detail, but I believe I saw one from, was it today? Maybe this morning? But we will be meeting tomorrow, normal time, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Yesterday. Okay, yep, I did see that. So I appreciate you letting me know. But better late than never. We'll meet tomorrow morning. We'll meet Thursday night. Remember, Thursday night we'll be with Glenn. And I'll be there for that as well. Let's keep on keeping on. Market's just kind of grinding it out a little bit. We'll see what it does. Have a wonderful evening, both of you. Appreciate you both. Have as always. When is our next together? Tomorrow morning, 9:15. The next cocktail hour is Monday evening. Monday evening, normal time. Thanks, guys. Happy trading.